Hey there, I'm Tricia, aka your Joyologist, and I call bullshit on comparing yourself to others. Of course, we know it's no good for us, but it seems to be something our minds naturally do. It wants to compare ourselves. We see someone else's relationship, we compare it to ours. We see someone else's career path, we compare it to ours. We see someone else getting their goals and dreams, we compare ourselves to them. We compare ourselves to people we have nothing in common with sometimes. I do believe that our minds do this without us wanting to. And so again, it's not necessarily that you can stop the comparisons before they happen, but once you see it, to get yourself out of comparison. Because what is that comparison doing for you? What it basically is you're either judging yourself or judging the other person or both. And I have 2 videos out already for that. I call bullshit on the fear of being judged, and I call bullshit on judging others. So, what happens when we're comparing ourselves to others is we don't have all the information. We will never have all the information. We see, oh, that person is a relationship I want. This happened to me on my podcast. I interviewed a couple people. They brought up their significant others and what the relationship had done to support them and the businesses and stuff like that. And this left me comparing my relationship. Oh, but if I don't feel like that, then mine must not be right. But of course, I didn't know it all. And later ended up having conversations with those same people that made me go into comparison mode, or that had me go into comparison mode. And of course, I didn't know it all. Their relationships aren't perfect all of the time. Of course not. Nobody's life is perfect all the time. And nobody's life is for you but your own. You don't have all the information. What you're comparing yourself to isn't real because you don't know all the real facts. What I do when I see somebody out there and my mind goes into a comparison, oh, they're doing something I want. Why isn't that happening for me? Why did they get picked? Whatever. Maybe even someone we share a similar message with. If I go into comparison, what I switch it to is cheering them on. Because going into the negative, doubts, shoulds, fears, picking them apart, picking myself apart, doesn't do me any good. I cheer them on, and my cheering them on gets me more excited about what it is I want in my life. So maybe it's something I haven't been actively doing. So I'm comparing myself to someone out there who's living a dream I want. Get in action, cheer for them, and that makes me get into action. Pay attention to when your comparison thought comes up. See, are you judging that person? How is that working for you? Are you judging yourself? How is that working for you? Watch the judging videos. What if you cheered them on? What if you realize you don't know enough to even judge them anyway? There is not enough data available to you for any real comparisons anyway. We are all completely unique. Our experiences are unique. Even if you're in the exact same place and you've done the exact same things, your experience is going to be totally different than someone else's. How you see things is different. How you feel things is different. And that's what makes you, you. So there's nowhere, no way, no reason to be comparing yourself to anyone else. And also, reminder to step into owning who you are. You're allowed to be proud of yourself. You're allowed to say that you see things differently. You're allowed to want to share your gifts, your mission, your purpose. You're allowed to, and the world will be better for it. And that's why I call bullshit on comparing yourself to others. Cheer them on, cheer yourself on, own your awesome. Make sure to tune in weekly. Follow me over at Your Joyologist on Instagram, yourjoyologist.com, and listen to my weekly podcast that goes live every Monday called Claim It.